there, guys? It's Joe, Sloppy Joe, Shred Shack, and today we are taking a look at the SQUIER SONIC STRATOCASTER HT. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Well, anyways, welcome back to the Shred Shack. If you haven't seen my face before, my name is Joe. It's very nice to have you. Now, I'm going to ask you to do all that cringy stuff. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that bell. That helps the algorithm. And when you help the algorithm, that helps me have incentive to do videos, let's be honest here. So when you do that, you get more guitar-related content, and that's only beneficial for everybody. Also, I want to thank Bruce from Good Times Music for allowing me to steal this off the shelf as per usual. Thank you, Bruce. Now, at the time of recording this video, this guitar is available at Good Times Music in Houghton, Michigan. So just as a nice little reminder here for you, it is the Midwest's most attractive music store. So we're gonna cut to the chase here. We're gonna whip the specs out as I see them real quick. You know, classic guitar, classic appointments, 25.5-inch scale length guitar. It's got a white body, 3 single coil pickups, a single ply white pickguard, volume, tone, 5-way selector, the normal input jack that you would normally find on your Fender Stratocaster or SQUIER Stratocaster. Now moving up the body, we have 21 frets, so a little bit more of a vintage thing there, not 22. Got the Yngwie Malmsteen thing going on. I say that a lot, but Yngwie only has 21 frets on most of his guitars. Now, the frets are what we call narrow tall frets. I had to remember that in my head, and I'm super sorry that it felt really awkward there. But, all right, so they are narrow tall frets. So what does that mean? They're about the height of jumbo frets, but they're very skinny. Narrow and tall, it's in the name, right? Now, what do I like about them? I'm able to do some vibrato without my fingertips dragging on the fretboard, which feels really good to me. I like that. Now, going up to the headstock here, we have 6 inline tuners. You got the SQUIER logo. You have I'm assuming just a plastic nut here on the back side. Now, you have, as you can tell, the tuners are just sealed tuners. Nothing special. Just stock import tuners. The fretboard is maple, as you can tell. The neck is maple, and it has the walnut skunk stripe there. Then the neck heel, it is just the classic 90-degree neck heel, so just normal guitar. It's got a little tummy cut action here. Now, you're gonna notice something. Virgin body. There is no holes in this thing. So what does that mean, right? What that means is that this is a top-loading bridge, right? So you actually load the strings up here, not through the back of the guitar, considering this is a hard tail guitar. Now, what does that mean? Nothing. It just literally means it's a top-loading bridge. Now, don't let top-loading stuff scare you. My Fender J Mascis Telecaster, signature Telecaster, is a top-loading bridge, and honestly, it doesn't really change much. It's just easier, I guess, to put the strings on. You know, now, what does that mean from a factory standpoint? They're able to save money because they just have to screw this onto the body and load the strings in. Done. All right. So honestly, when it comes to specs, this thing is pretty cut and dry. This is it. That's the specs. Now, what's my experience with this guitar? Well, I got to spend a little bit of time with the guitar today. It is, in fact, a guitar, guys. I wasn't expecting the world. I kind of had to slow my roll at first. I'm going to give you a gripe right off the bat. These frets are scratchy. Like really, really scratchy coming out of the factory. Now, what you're going to want to do is have to polish that up. Outside of that, though, it is fine. It's not bad. It sounds like a guitar. It doesn't suck to play. The fret ends were really, really good. The pickups made noise. They didn't have a microphonic thing. I had to really set my standards low here because I'm like, what kind of guitar is this being, priced against? This is being priced against like Amazon specials, right? Those like $99 guitars on Amazon. And this is coming from a reputable company. So what do these reputable companies have to do to fight against, you know, these really horrifying guitars that are coming in? This is what they do. They make this. And now, what kind of guitarist is this for? One, it's for a beginner, for sure. This is a beginner guitar, without a doubt. You could upgrade it if you wanted to. I mean, you're going to have to polish the frets. So you're, you know, if I'm being honest, the pickups are going to need to get replaced. They're not bad for cheap pickups, but I'm used to pickups that are really, really nice. And these are not really, really nice pickups. These are very average pickups. I wish I could say that they were just, you know, holy crap, for $200, you're going to get a hell of a $300 worth of pickups. Nope, that's not the case. These are beginner pickups. They make noise. They don't sound bad, but they don't sound good. So that's kind of what you're getting at this price point. But if you're a beginner guitar player, that doesn't really matter. You just want to make noise and have fun and rock out, right? So if you wanted to use this as a mod platform, you could. And who's the second person this is for? This is someone who likes to play Stratocasters, but really hates having the having the tremolo system on it. That part was really cool. I liked that. See, for me, I'm a Strat guy, but I play my Tele a lot because it doesn't have the tremolo system on it. When, like, if I'm doing like live stuff and I need a tune and whatnot, I love that. I would rather play my Strat personally, but my Tele makes it more accessible for me to just, you know, go into a drop D tuning or whatever I have to do. So that's cool. Do you love the sound of a Strat? Yes. Do you not want to have to mess with a tremolo system? Yes. Then this guitar is for you, and this becomes a new mod platform for you. The only other issue that I had was that my fingers got really dirty when I played this guitar. I probably played it for like 30 minutes, just kind of ripped through it, kind of broke it in, and my fingertips got so dirty. I mean, I don't know, you probably can't really see them or anything, but like, they're dirty right now. But yeah, that's pretty much about it there. So guys, we're gonna hear what this thing sounds like. I'm just gonna run through some pretty basic tones, clean, dirty, you know, rhythm and a lead tone. I got 5-way selector. I'm gonna keep everything kind of just maxed on, and then I'm gonna be running this into my Soldano Astro-20, and in the effects loop, I'm gonna have my Line 6 Helix just for a little bit of reverb and a little bit of boost. But guys, let's hear what this thing sounds like. All right, so that is what the SQUIER Sonic Stratocaster HT sounds like. It sounds like a Strat. I'm not going to say it's my favorite sounding Strat that I've ever played, but I'm going to say that it's not the worst Strat that I've ever played either. Again, I'm trying to think of the price point in this situation. This is for like someone's first guitar. This is an excellent first guitar, especially if they are into like just rock, like that old school kind of rock, or like honestly this would work really well for a lot of this modern stuff that's kind of going on right now. Like a lot of good clean tones can happen with this, and honestly this guitar definitely shined with the clean channel on this amplifier. Now this is a Soldano. This is a good amplifier. What I did notice is that it really lacked the super high-end chiminess. Maybe that's due to like the components or like just the cheap pickups. I'm not sure. It really, for me, it really missed the mark when it hits that super crazy, like almost ice picky sound that I'm looking for when I hear a Strat, where I almost have to turn the tone down so it takes the top end off. Because here's the thing with frequencies, you can always take away a frequency in an edit, but you can't add. If something doesn't exist, you can't add to it, right? So that's the issue there. Now, I will say that it does sound good for an average guitar. Absolutely. For someone's first guitar, this is great. For someone's upgrade, it's not. This is not who that's aimed at. This is meant to go after the Amazon guitars of the world. And I think that this guitar does that really well. Now, my biggest gripe of this entire guitar is the scratchy frets. Really scratchy frets. I'm not going to say that they're uncomfortable to play, but they're not fun to play by any stretch of the imagination. So, but they are there, and if you wanted to polish them up and smooth them out, I think that this guitar, with just a fret polishing, this would have made a much bigger difference for me personally. I would have been like, whoa, this thing is punching way above its price point. It's all in the frets, man. But I will say this, it held tune really, really well. All the frets were level. That is something, and I think that's important. It made a noise. It did it. So it did the guitar thing. I do think that like it does need some love. These at this price point, a guitar does need love, but it's not a bad guitar. It's an excellent beginner guitar though. So guys, if I were to give this a scale rating of, you know, my 10, this is like a 6-7. It's not bad. For someone's first guitar, this is good. This is a good standard first guitar. It's safe. You can play punk. You can play old school metal, like, you know, I don't know, just old school shit. But most of it's going to be rock, you know, and that's what this is meant for. It's nice and light. It's really thin, so, but I'm going to give it a 6-8. So anyways, guys, if you like what you're seeing here, definitely click subscribe, smash that bell notification, holler at me on Instagram. I would really, really enjoy that. It's a lot of fun stuff we post on there, mainly pizza, because pizza's cool. But participate in the conversation. Let's make a community, everybody. But I'm going to leave you with a piece of advice here, everyone. If you say something stupid, don't worry about it. Just move on. Don't dwell on it for the rest of your life. You're going to be okay. Guess what? That person's probably going to forget anyways. It doesn't matter. Like, just because it's eventful to you does not mean that it's eventful to the other person. And those little minute details are just because you're replaying it over and over in your mind. I guarantee you that they're not. So everybody, if you do something stupid, forgive yourself and walk away. The important lesson in here is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself to yourself. And if you can do that, you can do anything. But anyways, guys, have a wonderful day. Let's play some more guitar. Later.